What a happy opening. This game can't be bad, right? Wrong!
He is the game dude, he is so rude. He is a gamer with a bad attitude. He plays the games that put mankind to shame. They insult the brain because they are so lame.
Now, Gex and Gex 2 are great games. But Sex P is a disgrace to the Gecko's legacy! First of all, humans do not belong in cartoony, anthropomorphic universes, especially realistic ones. Why does Gex sound like Austin Powers?
Let's get ready for the ultimate gecko weapon, baby, yeah!
And why is he infatuated with Agent Extra?
When this is over, I say we perform a few experiments with Buddy.
I just can't fucking stand it.
Now, what say you and I solve the case of the lovesick lizard?
When the fuck will they stop promoting bestiality? Training is shit. Alfred the Tortoise tells me to crutch while running to karate kick.
Chris crouch whilst running to perform a deadly karate kick.
I suppose that would give me enough momentum to jump these platforms. But it doesn't work, so what the fuck? Before entering a level, you choose what mission you want to accomplish. But what's the point of having this menu when you can accomplish any mission within any mission? Why a Christmas level? Regular snow ones are always more charming, and unlike here, usually retain that whimsical, dreamlike atmosphere.
My favorite holiday, Halloween.
Oh great, now Gex's voice randomly changes to sound like he has Down syndrome. Because that's funny. He also annoyingly talks way too much.
There's a place in France where the ladies wear no pants.
Half the time, you can't even understand him.
My nipples feel like snow peas. Make it warm, number one.
Please, shut the fuck up! The stupid, immature jokes are the most unnecessary excuses for this game to have a teen rating! Imagine Sonic the Hedgehog having a mature rating because of one sign that reads fuck. Now, is it fair that kids shouldn't play this game? Well, yeah, it is. I mean, the less childhoods ruined, the better. The jokes are absolutely horrible, and many are weirdly illogical.
Mr. Wonka, Baruka stole a gobstopper.
I'd laugh harder by getting a hot fire poker shoved up my dick. Many aren't even jokes, they're just random statements spoken normally or stupidly.
I wanna lick it, but my tongue will get stuck. It's tail time!
More like fail time.
With this raincoat, I make a perfect Sherlock Holmes.
More like shit fuck homo.
This place is colder than Eva Gabor's wig fridge.
It's funny because it's a joke.
Don't lick any flagpoles.
Alright, let's see what happens if you lick a flagpole. Just as I thought. Nothing.
They're sweet. They're minty. They're bonbons.
You can only fall down this chimney? Control blows beluga balls. It's so awkward because you can't make sharp turns. Swimming is disorienting, and you can't even jump off roof slants. After entering certain areas, forward momentarily becomes backward. So if you're not paying attention... Foxy horses! Crappy camera only pans left and right, and sometimes leaves a view. Graphics are nice, but why is everything so out of proportion? Like, since when are penguins smaller than geckos? I know video games aren't supposed to be logical, but this is fucking retarded. Gameplay is a generic bore. You're always lost, wandering around aimlessly, and completing missions feels like a chore. Really? I get depressed just playing this game. Bottom line, stay the fuck away from Gex 3! Bubsy. Cartoons good.
What could possibly go wrong?
But this is just a fuck platypus.
What could possibly go wrong?
Gameplay is so generic. It's so excruciatingly dull.
What could possibly go wrong?
The controls are so bad. Fuck! It's so imprecise and slippery. You know, I never knew bobcats could glide, so that's pretty imaginative.
What could possibly go wrong?
How can you kill enemies in front of waterfalls when you're behind them? I just don't know what it is about these games. I mean, playing them makes me feel like I should be doing something so much better with my time, like running into a forest and grabbing beavers to file down their teeth to save trees. You start the game off with 9 lives, and that's real creative, right? Because, you know, you're a cat, but trust me, you will need those 9 lives, because there are so many cheap deaths thanks to bad level design, especially off-screen. Fuck! This game is so cheap! No! Fuck! No! And unlike Mario and Sonic, one hit, you die. Would have been nice to have a save option like Super Mario World. That's one downside to running so fast. Things come out of nowhere, you hit them, and you die. Oh yay, Bubsy 2. I don't want to see his butt. Turn around! This is the same fucking game with the same flaws.
What could possibly go wrong?
But the controls are worse. They're so bad. Why are they worse? Why? It's such a mess. Getting lost is easy because of bad level design. What? It's like I'm on ice. Fuck! He moves so fast, it's so easy to die. Fuck! I just can't stand these awful controls. I mean, they're so bad. One more game. One more.
What could possibly go wrong?
Bubsy 3D. Worst Bubsy game ever. Music is nice, has personality. Graphics are horrible. It's the blandest geometric nightmare with barely any textures. Everything looks like painted cardboard. The only redeeming factor is that it forces you to use your imagination. The ground is covered with random squares. There's so much fog in the background, and objects disappear and reappear instantly. Look, flower, no flower, flower, no flower. It's so blocky. Frame rate and animation is choppy, hit detection is lousy, and the mountains aren't even finished. Even his shadow is an octagon. The game is like a giant unfinished beta test on the verge of crashing. Joysticks do nothing. You can only move with the D-pad. Horrible for 3D. Control is horrendously stiff and awkward, especially jumping. Turning while running is so slow, you might as well stop, turn, then run. Camera is a disaster. It goes all over the place, and every time you jump, it goes to an overhead view, which makes jumping even more annoying. It always focuses behind Bubsy, so you almost never see his beautiful face. Sometimes it just won't go where you want it to. There's a lower platform I want to get to, but how am I supposed to get on it if I can't even see it? He's so annoying because he repeats the dumbest things.
Yo! Woolies, my enemies! Let's bop 'em!
He needs to get his tongue.
Now, if you lose the Bubsy, you'll start over here! That's 5 grand!
His voice is so bad. He doesn't sound or look anything like Bubsy. He sounds like Rosie O'Donnell with a clothespin on her nose. Level design is horrid. You're always lost because the path to take is always unclear and there's no map. The perspective is an illusion because it's hard to judge the distance of certain platforms. Fuck! What do you mean go back? I came all the way here, and now the arrow points me back? This game doesn't make any sense. It would make more sense vacuuming the dead skin cells off a Parasaurolophus playing poker on a pogo stick. To glide, you jump and press the triangle button, but sometimes it doesn't work. The water looks like blue lava, and even if you dip your toe in the water, you drown. Wussy pussy. Pause. Genius. All the other jokes are stupid. More codes. And now they're so long. Zelda on Nintendo saves, but not any Bubsy game? Have a save option. Math? What do I do? Forget it. The game is a mess. The end.
What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong?
Ever since they debuted in Plain Crazy, Mickey, who is a fucking asshole, and Minnie have been amongst the greatest cartoon stars of all time. These lovable Disney icons built our childhood, but at the same time destroyed them with their shitty games. One of them being Mickey Mousecapade, amongst the most ignominiously annoying games I've ever played. Now you're probably wondering, how on earth can you go wrong with Mickey Mouse? Castle of Illusion is amazing. Well, just wait and see. Okay, is this Mickey Mousecapade or Mickey Mouse? And why do they look like they're from the 1930s? To Funhouse! Why is only one block of wood nailed to the pole? Are the others just floating? Why even have all the letters on 3 separate blocks of wood rather than 1? Why is the O of 2 not capitalized? And how do Mickey and Minnie know the funhouse is east and not north? Directional signs without arrows point north by default. And fun? That's the biggest mistake of them all. Nothing about this house is fun. Now, rather than be a generic platformer buried in a mountain of other generic platformers, this fucker wanted to be creative. So Minnie sniffs your farts throughout the entire game, copying your every move and following your ass like Tails does with Sonic. Except that Tails is actually helpful, you know, collecting rings and killing enemies for you, while Minnie is negatively useless, meaning that she's worse than not being there at all. Besides shooting only 1 star at a time later on, she does absolutely nothing. She can't collect items or even be controlled by a second player like Tails, but thankfully she can't be harmed by enemies. She only gets hit if you get hit. You also can't leave a screen unless she's right behind you. Many times you have to go back, get Minnie behind you, then move forward again. Now, folks, this is what you call bad level design. Sometimes she irritatingly gets in front of you. It doesn't work. She gets in the way. She is the scourge of the universe. Once you get star power and upgrade it seconds after starting the game, you'll have it until the end no matter what, so why not just have it at the very beginning? Sometimes the upgrade is replaced by an enemy, so you have to keep re-entering the room until you get it. Look at this! Finally! Now, even though you only shoot a maximum of 2 stars at a time while Minnie shoots 1 after the upgrade, by the time you're done, you'll still see more stars than after a fight with Chuck Norris. And break your thumb by constantly having to tap the A button. Even with the upgraded star power, the game is nearly impossible to beat. And it's a kid's game! Would have been nice to have Donald, Daisy, Pluto, Goofy, Huey, Dewey, Louie, Scrooge, and Ludwig. Then again, they'd probably make them all follow your ass and call the fucking game Mickey Mouse Parade. It's bad enough with Mickey and Minnie, and would even be bad enough with just Mickey, because the horrendous control. It's sluggishly imprecise, and when you jump one way, you'll freeze fall every time you try to go the other. A mighty pain in the ass when trying to jump over enemies. There's so many of them, and they throw so many things, the sprites keep flickering with massive slowdown, which can be good, because they move and attack so fast. Some are practically unavoidable. Some take so long to kill, while others are so hard to hit because of imprecise aiming control. Some keep dodging every attack, so you have to keep changing the pattern. And Minnie keeps facing the wrong way when shooting. Also, if you leave a room and return, they immediately respawn. You just have to keep playing it, following patterns and memorizing where everything is. You can't jump while on ladders, which sucks. Fortunately, there's extra lives, blue diamonds that kill all enemies on screen, cakes that recover a bit of health, and red diamonds that recover all health. You reveal these items by shooting every square inch of empty space, and lights that look like upside down grenades. But there's so many recovery items, they make it almost impossible for you not to beat level 1. There's even Adventure Island's Invincibility Fairy, but later on, nothing will save you. Now when you fight a boss, the most annoying music plays that is worse than having a cymbal monkey clash its cymbals on your ears. After you beat the first boss and get the key, you have to travel all the way back to the very beginning. A very cheap way to artificially lengthen the level. Finally, Finally, we get to level 2. I just love how Mickey calls Minnie over, just mocking you because of how fucking worthless she is. Like level 3, you don't freeze fall here, meaning they deliberately made the control worse for every other level. But now that we're on the ocean, the second Minnie falls in, you'll automatically go down with her, which doesn't make any sense, like how if Popo dies in melee, Nana evaporates. Anyway, you really have to jump the platforms farther than you normally would. Sometimes I miraculously forget she's behind me until I die, because, you know, I didn't jump far enough to the next platform. Suppose all these fast and tall waterfalls weren't enough, so they had to add a fucking jellyfish on top. Damn it, there's so many of them. Oh, and look, there's even flying fish. What a fucking hack. The music is the worst. It's so nice and cheerful. It's like laughing at me while Armageddon rains forth upon this fucking game. You think that's enough balls, you croco fuck? Look at this. How is any kid supposed to dodge all these balls? Damn it! Level 3, both the hardest and longest level, is divided into parts. Keep walking and the part will lose, so to get to every next part, you'll have to enter a certain tree in the foreground. Enter the wrong one and you'll either have to repeat that part or go back to a previous one, sometimes the very beginning. The fastest way out is to make a hole and enter the first tree before the loop, which skips part 2. Make a hole and enter the third tree, make a hole and enter the first tree after the loop, and then walk to the boss. How is any kid supposed to figure this out? Not only are all the trees with holes lies, but so are some that you make holes in. Besides another pattern that's only different by involving part 2, this is the only way out. Otherwise, you'll be jumping from part to part for what could be hours. I'm not kidding. Just in case that's not confusing enough, if you're ever sent back to part 1, it changes so you can't skip part 2. Oh, and if Minnie falls in a bottomless pit? Yeah. And why must it take like 10 years to make holes and reveal items? You know what's really annoying? Why must there be so many enemies guarding the pits? This is one of the cheapest games I've ever played. Other way, you mini fuck. And why is walking on ice the same as walking on ground? There should be less friction. Damn, those flowers are massive. And they're in the background too, which means they're even bigger. Look at all these enemies. Why are there so many of them? Fuck! Look at this. Why is aiming control so bad? What a fucker nuzzle. Fuck. Finally! Trying to dodge them all is suicide, so you might as well try to shoot down every one in your path. Never would it be wise here not shoot. They never end! The music is even worse. It's torture. It's even more cheerful than before. It's like forcing me to be happy while I'm mad as fuck. Damn it! Look at her cheeks. Look at his smile. Oh, that's funny. That's it? You've got to be kidding me. This is ridiculous! Now, it would make more sense for this to be the last level, because Pete is the villain on the label and the only boss that's actually from the Mickey Mouse universe. But no, there's one more after this. The castle. Yeah, only 5 levels, while Mario 3 has 8 worlds. That's pathetic. This is where Minnie is the worst. Look at this. Get up here! Today, you grumpy daughter of a fucktwat. For the sake of fuck. Fuck! Oh, man. That crow just kidnapped Minnie. That would have been awesome! If I didn't need her to beat the level! So, now I have to go to the bonus room and win her back. Now, when Minnie is missing, the next hidden item you reveal will be the key. So you have to shoot everywhere until you reveal it. Grab it to unlock and enter the bonus room. The goal is to touch the correct Tweety Bird or whatever the fuck these things are. Touch the wrong one and you have to go back to reveal another key to restart. Now, you'd assume that everyone you get wrong only narrows down the option the next time you play. But no, that's not how it works. It's always random, meaning if the last one was wrong the first time, it could be right the second. Because of this, every round is pure chance. And I swear, I had to redo that fucking bonus room over 10 times, which means I had to collect over 10 keys, which by themselves take forever to do. It's a fucking nightmare. Great, what a wonderful prize. Fucker platypussy! Look at this, I'm bouncing on air. What? Pete is back and now he's just a random enemy? Why isn't he the final boss? Instead, we get Maleficent. But unlike the others, all you have to do to beat her is go behind and shoot. Could the ending be any worse? Alice? Great. So, that was the objective the entire time. To save Alice. Alice? What the fuck does Alice have to do with the Mickey Mouse universe? Well, other than being a Disney character. And that's it? Nothing else? End? You'd be better off getting anal fucked by a walrus with elephantiasis of the dick. What a fucking disgrace to the mouse's legacy.